Hi friends, Mum and I are going to be making some scones because we have a coffee morning that we said we'd make scones for. So this is the recipe that we follow, okay? Now, sorry, my hands are really shaky today. But that's what the recipe looks like, but we will be making adjustments and I'll tell you those as we go along. And this is the recipe, so hopefully you can pause it out and get the recipe. Okay, once we start doing things, I'll let you know. Okay, Mum is cutting stuff up. Mum, what do you have in there?
A pound of flour, 2 tablespoonfuls of bicarbonate of soda, 4 tablespoonfuls of cream of tartar, a pinch of salt, and 4 ounces of margarine.
Okay. Now, if somebody wanted, obviously that's going to make a big batch. If somebody wanted to half that batch, is that easy enough to do? And will it still work out?
Oh, it'll work.
Okay, that's fine. So, one other thing that I must say we did, although we've only got 2 things out at the moment, we did lay everything out here.
I lay it out before you start, and as you use it, put it back.
Yes, because if you don't do that, you're going to get yourselves confused, guys. Honestly, I've done it, Mum's done it, and it's like, oh, why didn't it work out? So we're now going to you're going to add some sugar into that. Mum's,
okay.
No, I mean,
no,
right.
It's not for me, so.
Yeah, right. The reason I'm asking that question is normally when we make scones for ourselves, we don't add any sugar, okay?
You don't need it, because what's the first thing people do to a scone?
Put butter and jam on
Exactly.
it. So
you get the sugar anyway.
So you're getting sugar anyway. But what we're going to do, how much are you adding?
2 teaspoons.
So that's 2 teaspoons, but that's of what we call half spoon sugar. So it's very good for folk who have diabetes and things like that. So that just gets stirred in. And no, I'm not putting it away. I've put it to the side so that we can just see what else is happening. And then Mum just goes in with her fingers. And is it kind of, how do you want to describe it? Is it fine breadcrumbs or?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so all she's doing is lifting it up and just rubbing it between your fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, so once that's ready, I'll let you see it. Okay, so that's what the mixture looks like once the butter or the marg has been rubbed in, okay? It's like really, really fine. I'm not going to pick it up because I haven't washed my hands. Mum is she always washes her hands after she's, rubbed the flour and stuff together because it's just the way we do it. It's the way we were both taught. Mum was taught by her grandfather, who's my great-grandfather, and he was a baker to trade, so we kind of follow his method. So Mum, can you kind of lift that up a wee bit so that folk can just sort of see? So that's kind of how fine it is. So if I put that near her hand, so that's how fine it is.
There are a few lumps.
But that's not going to matter.
It's not going to matter.
Okay. So, right, next thing. This is where maybe shall we say, a slight bone of contention comes in. Not between us, but between us and other folk that make scones.
Other cooks.
Other cooks, okay. Now, what was Grandpa Lindsay saying, Mum?
The wetter the mixture, the better the scone.
So, we've got milk there now. That's not real milk, is it? It's powdered milk.
It's powdered milk because it's easier.
Yeah. So, you can use whole milk, can't you?
Oh yes, you can use any kind of milk you like.
So you could use soya, you could use
almond,
whatever you wanted.
You can use skimmed milk.
Or full fat, whatever. So, but we use powdered because it's easier, isn't it?
Well, it's not so much easier. It's just you've always got it in the house and you're not having to dig into the stuff we need for the hot chocolate.
Oh, the hot chocolate, very important, yes. So, as you can see, she's just working it in with a knife.
That's the way people that you see in television would leave it.
But we don't.
It's stodgy.
It's stodgy. So if you watch what happens, we'll let you see. So I'll just keep my video going here. So we just keep working it, and we actually have it all come together. And what kind of motion are you using, Mum? Just a cut and push. So now, as you can see, look, that's far better. It's all come together virtually in one. Are you leaving it that? Just gonna put a wee bit more in. So roughly how much milk have you put in there? Half a pint?
No, more than that. Just under 3/4.
So
There's still some left.
Yeah,
so it will be about half a pint.
It'll be about half a pint of milk.
That's
milk. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's great. So as you can see, it's a lot wetter than most people would. Right, hold on.
This kitchen's no big. Move out the way.
the sous chef needed to move, right? All Mum's done is take the flour that she was using, some of the flour that she was using, so it was plain flour, sprinkled it on the work surface. As she said, the reason I cut this off, we're discussing the fact that our kitchen is not big enough. We do not have enough workspace in this kitchen. So, you know, it's like, oh, it's infuriating, especially at times if they're like, all of us are working in here. It's like, oh my gosh, move out of the way. So, so there are times, honestly, guys, right, oh, this is the very important step, right? Mum, explain.
Never try to take messy flour like that off a bowl with water.
Right. So all she's done is put some flour in, and she rubs the dried flour into the dough that was on the bowl, yeah?
Because all you're doing, if you put water in that, you just make it into a glue. You could paste the walls with it.
So that's all she's doing. If I can come over the bowl a wee bit. This is the first time, this is me trying to sort of video someone, and I'm not very good at it, guys. I apologise, but we're doing our best, aren't we?
Aye, it's never good enough.
Oh, well, no, but, so that's what you do, and then you just basically put that in the bin. And then this is what the mixture looks like before Mum even thinks about rolling it out.
That's it, just ready to be
And
washed.
that's the bowl now ready to be washed. So as you can see, it's nice and clean, makes it an awful lot easier. So how are you going to how do you roll this out? So sprinkle a bit more flour.
Handle little and lightly.
So a little, so you're just kneading it very, very gently.
Yep.
So
Just pulling it together.
pulling it together, right, okay. And you've got some flour, as you can see, she's kept some flour at the side as well. And as Mum said, it's a very, very light touch. You're not kneading it as you would bread, are you?
No way.
You're not pounding the life out of it, guys.
No.
So that's what it now looks like, having come together. As you see, it's light and fluffy, which is what you're wanting. Do you want me to bring you? Do you wish your sous chef to bring you over a sheet pan?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so we have a sheet pan here, guys. It's just like one like that, and we have this liner. It's a non-stick liner, isn't it, Mum?
Yeah.
So we use that now. Mum is
Would you
rolling.
like to see the line of the packets over there?
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. She's rolling this out, but it's again a very, very light roll, isn't it? You don't want to squash the air out of this. And you want it to be quite thick, as in height-wise, don't you?
Yeah. Normally I wouldn't cut the scones,
Mm-hmm.
but because they're for a coffee morning,
Because normally what we would do is we would actually leave it at this, guys, and we would just
mark
it
in
in
triangles.
segments. But as Mum said, because we were using this for a coffee morning, we have to. Now, that's probably about the thickness, yeah?
Just about.
So how thick would that be, do you think? So if I put my finger, okay, so I'm virtually
Up to
my first knuckle. So there you go. That's the thickness that you want of your dough. Now we have cutters here. We have just plastic. It's plastic, and it's just got a wee fluting on its round, and then we also have a square one of the same. So for the way we're going to do this is the coffee morning are getting the round, we're getting the square, aren't we?
We're getting the scrap.
We're getting the scraps. So what you do is you put a little bit of flour over to the side again, and you dip your cutter into it, and you just very gently press down, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And they're quite close together. It's like
Waste not want.
exactly, waste not, want not, and just place it onto the sheet pan. Now we tend to give it, what, 12 to sheet pan, Mum?
Sometimes.
And then these will cook in a 190 fan oven for what? But
10 to 12 minutes.
10 to 12 minutes, and they're golden and they will puff up. What I will do is I'll try and make sure that I get a video of them when they come out of the oven, so that you can actually see what they look like. But I can remember Mum when I was a child, and she would she'd be making scones or whatever, and she would give me the dough to play with, and it was great. It's the way I learn, and that's the way it's the way you learned as well, wasn't it,
Grandpa.
great grandpa?
Don't dare do that.
He sounds a fun man.
He was. Right,
Okay.
that's the first dozen.
Okay, so that's a dozen there on the sheet pan. Okay, I'll just
Give me
pause
the
it. So as you can see, we cut out 14, and we're now using what were the scraps. We're now using them to make the square ones. The other thing we don't do is we don't brush the top of our scones with anything, do we?
No.
We don't bother with that. We just leave them. Oh, cute.
It's not.
Exactly. We need a pochtak though. You can't make scones without a pochtak, and that is a Gaelic word for meaning what's scraps? Bits, and it's from my gran McNeil. So I'll show you what a pochtak looks like. It's just all the little scraps put together and gently kneaded, and actually at times I have to say the pochtak is the best scone out. So there you go, there's the little pochtak. So I'm going to put these in the oven, as I say, for about 10 to 12 minutes, and I'll let you see what they look like when they come out. I've got another tip for you.
To clean a knife
Uh-huh.
that's been all doughy,
Uh-huh.
put flour in that, roll it.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Excellent. Okay, well, we'll be back once they've come out the oven, guys. Here's the cookie sheet stuff that we're using. So it is, that's what it's called. Okay. And it's great. You can cut it to size, we haven't bothered. I don't know if I'll sort of do that so you can sort of see it. Hopefully you can read, you can pause the video and read that, and that's who makes it. Okay. So these are the cooling racks we use. They're, you know, just bog standard. But what we will do is we will put tea towels over, put one tea towel over each rack, and then we'll put the scones on it like Mum's just about to demonstrate. There we go. And then we'll put the scones on that, and then we'll put another tea towel over the top. Mum, could people use, as we were about to make another batch, could people use like different flour? Does it have to be plain flour, or can you use like wheat?
Flour.
And can you use things like wheat flour, rye
Yes.
flour? What about something like spelt flour for folk who are like gluten free? Because we have.
If you're using spelt flour, you have to leave them. You need twice a day.
Okay.
Because they don't rise so well.
Okay, so say spelt flour, you need to use it, and I mean, I know our oven maybe looks a bit grotty, but it is grotty. But as you can see, they are rising really nicely, but I'll let you see them once they come out. Okay, the first lot have come out. We have a very easy method of putting them onto. Ah!
They're hot.
I know they're hot.
Just out the oven, you silly ass.
So that's what they look like. So as you can see, they've risen quite a bit, which is great, and they feel really light. This is how you tip them out, guys. This is how we do it in our household. Not the best way to do it, but it's the way we do it. Okay. But as you see, even the square ones have risen pretty high, and now where's our wee pochtak? There you go. Now I'm sorry, that's the pochtak. That is the best scone out. So that's what they look like when they come out the oven. As you can see, nice, and they're golden brown. They've risen really well, and they will taste absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, Mum, I know they're hot, but can we open, see that really small triangular one? Do you want to open? Well, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to open one for you just to let you see the texture inside. Don't burn yourself, Mum, please. So look, that is really, really nice. It's nice and light. So that's what they look like. So we hope you've enjoyed the mother and daughter scone making video. Let me know down below, guys, if you make it. As I say, I showed you the recipe at the beginning of the video. Hope you managed to get it, but what I might do is I'll type it down below in the descriptions for you so that you've got it again. But please let us know if you make it. The other thing we do, as I say, these are plain. You can switch up your flavours. You can do cheese and herb, you can do cheese, you can do dried fruit like sultanas, mixed peel, currants, you can do that. You can do orange and cranberry, you can do, you know, put some chocolate chunks into it. So it's really up to you what flavour you want to do. But again, please let me know down below if you make them, what you think of them, and what flavours you've used. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll speak to you soon, friends. Bye!